Hello, Wargooners. Welcome to the new segment. This is called the Clockend Time Capsule, where I'll be revisiting some famous games throughout my lifetime's history of watching Arsenal, which will range from games at Highbury and games at the Emirates, as well as any glorious away game that I can remember and relive with you. So thank you for joining me for this video. I've been looking forward to doing the first one. The first game that I'm going to bring to you, I was actually there in attendance, but I wasn't in the Clockend. I was actually in the East stand of the Emirates Stadium. This game took place in 2017. It was actually Arsene Wenger's final season as Arsenal manager that season. Little did we know that would be the case at the time. And this game that I'm about to speak about, I still think remains my favourite game at the Emirates. And I've been to hundreds of games at the Emirates, and I still feel like this game is my favourite game. Honestly, there was a 6-minute spell in this game that just blew my mind, and the atmosphere, I can still remember it, red hot, amazing game. So yeah, my first game in the Clockend time capsule is going to be Arsenal versus Liverpool, ironically, as we just played them a few days ago. But Arsenal versus Liverpool, 2017, December the 22nd. It ended Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3. So this game, the backdrop of this game is neither team was doing particularly well in the league. The league as a title race was done for both teams. Neither team was in the title race. I believe going into this game, I feel like Liverpool were 22 points off the top, and we may have been 25 or 24 points off the top. It was really that bad. I think Man City were running amok, and I think they were running away with the league at the time. And I believe at that time as well, I mean, I'm going to bring the league table up at the end of this video so you can see how it looked and what the landscape was. But I believe at that time, Man United were in second place. That's how long ago this game was, or that's how long ago. I mean, it was 8 years ago. And so we weren't doing too well. It was a battle for the top four in this clash. And I remember it being a Christmas game. It was the 22nd of December. And I was debating with myself whether I was even going to go to the game because of the Christmas period. You know, it's a busy time. I decided to go, and it was a great decision, actually. Game kicks off. It was a nighttime game. It kicks off. This is a Liverpool team as well that Jurgen Klopp, it's not quite the Liverpool under Klopp as we would become to know and respect. He was still finding his feet as Liverpool manager, and he was still halfway through building his team. And but there was still some big hitters that were playing that night for Liverpool, like Sadio Mane started that game, Roberto Firmino started that game. He was excellent that day. Mohamed Salah, of course, was there. He was also brilliant, and Philippe Coutinho was also there. And funnily enough, in that game, Philippe Coutinho was Liverpool's main man. He was the man. It wasn't Mo Salah, it wasn't Firmino, it wasn't Mane, who would all go on to play their part in Liverpool's success moving forward. It was Philippe Coutinho. And they had Millionaire in goal as well, I remember. They had Chan. I don't know if you guys remember Chan. He played in the middle of the field. He was a really good player, German international. And our team looked a little bit more like Jack Wilshere was playing that day, Ozil was playing that day, Alexis Sanchez, Giroud came on, I believe. Alex Iwobi was in that game, Granit Xhaka, Laurent Koscielny, Hector Bellerin was in the team, Petr Cech was in the team for us as well that day. So that's just to give you a bit of a backdrop of what the teams look like. And my seat, I was in the East stand, first row of the upper stand on the East, literally just above the Liverpool fans. So they were making a racket, and the atmosphere was fantastic. And I remember arriving at my seat and just being like, this is such a fantastic view, such a fantastic seat. I loved that seat. Honestly, it was a brilliant view. The atmosphere was piping hot. Anyway, the first half starts. Liverpool completely dominated the first half. I mean, it wasn't even a contest. It was men versus boys. We didn't turn up in the first half at all. Liverpool were passing it around us for fun. It was easy. It was light work. And in the end, they took a deserved lead from Philippe Coutinho, the star man. The ball was down the right-hand side. Mo Salah cuts in. He attempts to prod the ball through to Coutinho, but it deflects off one of our defenders. I think it deflected off Koscielny. That's like so perfectly into the path of Coutinho, who then heads it past Petr Cech. Liverpool had numerous chances through Salah and Firmino to double the lead. They weren't able to do that, and luckily for us, we it was a result for us to get in at half time, just the 1-0 deficit only. Into the second half, and Liverpool, not much has changed, and I'm sitting there, and it's funny because I was talking to this guy that I just met that night, and the funny thing is we weren't sitting next to each other. There was someone in between us, and we was all strangers. Like, no one knew anyone, and he was sitting kind of the seat away from me, but me and him were literally talking the whole game. So the guy that was sat in between, he must have had such a terrible time, because me and this guy, we just got on really well, and we were just literally talking and, you know, moaning and ranting, and because it was an awful performance. It really, really was. And anyway, second half comes out, not much has changed, and we're both saying to each other, like, what did Arsenal say to them at half time? Because nothing's changed at all. Liverpool all over us, and then they inevitably doubled the lead through Mo Salah. Beautiful 1-2, great run from Salah. He passes the ball to Firmino, who then returns the ball back to him. He's got Mane to the left of him, Salah, but he ignores him, surprise, surprise, and he bends the ball around. I think Koscielny bends it around him. It's a beautiful finish. It bends into the far corner. Petr Cech can't get a hand to it. Liverpool 2-0 up. But this is within 5 minutes of the restart, and we're just thinking, you know. And it was at that time when I actually started to think to myself, should I go home? Because I could really do with being at home, and, you know, it's cold. It's December, and I just thought I could do without this. However, the next 8 minutes was something I've never seen at the Emirates and never seen again since this day. Within a minute of that goal from Mohamed Salah, we get one back. The ball breaks to the right-hand side. Hector Bellerin puts a cross in. I think it deflects as well. And it falls to Alexis Sanchez, who stoops in, headers it in to get us immediately back into the game. It's 2-1. About 90 seconds later, the ball breaks to Granit Xhaka, pass from Iwobi, again from the right-hand side. Xhaka's decided to hit it. Probably due to the encouragement of the fans, he's put his foot through it. And he's hit it with some ferocity. Don't get me wrong, he has hit it so hard. But the ball is straight down Mignonet's throat, but he's flapped at it and it's gone in. It looks, in real time, it looks like a brilliant goal. And don't get me wrong, like, Granit has hit that really, really hard, but it's straight down the keeper's throat. He should be just tipping it over for a corner, but he's flapped at it. It's gone straight through his palm, and we're amazingly, we're back into the game. It's 2-2 from being dead and out, pretty much almost dead and out, where suddenly we're level pegging. What happens next completely blew my brain to bits, and honestly, I don't think I've heard an atmosphere at the Emirates like that since. And there's been some big nights, there's been some big atmospheres. But what happened next? Ozil picks up the ball from Jack Wilshere in the middle of the park. He then plays it into Lacazette, and he continues to make his run into the box. Lacazette holds off his man, does a nice little bat flick back into the path of Ozil, who does his famous little dink finish over Millionaire, and we're 3-2 up, miraculously 3-2 up within 8 minutes of being 2-0 down. Unbelievable. The noise at the Emirates was something, honestly, I've never heard a noise like that at the Emirates. It was amazing. I think it was just the absolute disbelief from the Arsenal fans, what they were witnessing, because we was all about to go home. You know, even with over half an hour left, I'm sure I wasn't the only one that was, you know, contemplating leaving. And so to be 3-2 up, it was honestly, the roar was incredible. It was such a good goal as well. Great play from Lacazette, and a beautiful, beautiful finish, which became a trademark for Mesut Ozil. You know, after sort of like the you know, the euphoria of the celebrations had died down, me and my old matey that I'd made friends with, we looked at each other and we went, we're not going to win this game, no, are we? We're not going to win. Like, we both knew what was coming, and it came through Roberto Firmino, makes it 3-3. It actually felt like maybe we might get away with it, we might hold out, but back then, I mean, our defence then was nothing like what it is now, and we knew that there was a goal coming for Liverpool, and they got it, and it was deserved as well. I don't think we deserved to win the game at all. We were kind of like riding out on a bit of luck, and the ball falls to Firmino, who, you know, speaking of luck, hits a shot, it loops up and just nestles perfectly into the net over Petr Cech. Very fortuitous goal. but one in which Liverpool deserved, and the game ended up being 3-3. But an amazing night at the Emirates, and I would urge anyone that hasn't seen that game to go onto YouTube. You type in the details into YouTube: Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3, 2017 December. Amazing game. One thing that breaks my heart about that game, because whenever I go to Arsenal games, I always film. It doesn't matter how many times I go, I always film footage. I try and catch the celebrations, and I got a very short clip of when Ozil scored that goal. I believe I've got a very short clip. I'm gonna try and find it, and if I can find it, I'm gonna put it up on this video. If I can't, then I couldn't get it. But I had several clips from that game and lost the memory card that held all that footage, and it breaks my heart to this day. Really, it's such a shame. Otherwise, I'd have been playing all the clips throughout this video, but unfortunately, I can't. But amazing game. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3, and going into Christmas, I think we were 21 points off the top. Here's a quick brief look at the league table now. I think Man City are top there, Man United second, and you can see just how far both Liverpool and Arsenal are off the top. What a far cry that was from where we are now. But yeah, guys, that's my first episode of the Clockend time capsule. There'll be many more to come, so keep your eyes peeled, and hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. And like I said, if you haven't seen that game, or you don't know what game I'm speaking about, type it into YouTube: Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3 at the Emirates. Thanks for watching. I'm Elts. Watch out for the next one. Take it easy. See you later. Peace out.